following show is a paid program.
The Cam Hill Show. If you'd like to advertise your business or become a sponsor, contact the Cam Hill Show at gmail.com.
How you doing? This is the Cam Hill Show. I have two guests on today. Bishop Joe Simon. He's had over 40 charting hits during the 60s and 70s, and I have Brenda Basey Simmons on later at 1 o'clock. She's CEO and founder Sugar Babies, 24-hour safe place center for child domestic violence. Let's talk right now to Bishop Joe. How you doing, my friend?
I'm happy as I can be. How you feel?
I feel good. Man, I've had so many people call me about you because they remembered all of your music.
That is so great. I'm just so happy. And as we getting started, let me say that I have a voter registration drive, and I want everybody to know that we want them to get out and vote. This is a critical moment.
Absolutely. You're in Chicago. We're in Texas. And in Texas, early voting already started for us on yesterday. So we're the 13th through the 30th. And in Chicago, when does it start?
I think it started about another couple of days, and we want everybody all the way across the nation to get out and vote. And if you don't vote, don't start complaining after the voting.
I love that. And election day is Tuesday, November the 3rd, D-Day. I love
because
it.
that after, don't forget, after the election is over, that crying and complaining is not going to help.
Right. We got to get out and vote. You're right about that.
That's right. That's right.
I love it. I love it. Our topic is from music to ministry. Man, and reading everything you've done, Grammy winner, R&B legend, and over 40 hits during the 60s and the 70s. All about music, my friend. How did we get started in music?
Well, I got started in music by picking cotton down in Louisiana, in Simsport, Louisiana, where I was born. But I was not singing rhythm and blues. I was singing church songs in those days. You understand? And so that's where I learned how to pray and sing in the cotton field, because I could never work in the cotton field and do anything other than pick 14 pounds of cotton a day, and that was terrible, they tell me.
Wow. Now let's be real. Let's think about this. 14 pounds of that little cotton that we pick up, cotton balls, you got 14 pounds of that.
Every day. That's all I could get, because I was not, I should tell my parents that this is not my kind of life, this working in the cotton field. It don't go with me, you know what I mean?
Wow. Wow. Bishop, you're young too. You're not that old. And talking about cotton fields.
Cute. I'm young, cute, ready to do the Lord's will.
There you go. Absolutely. I love that. So while you were there in the cotton fields, you were singing and doing and just thinking about what you wanted to do, because you didn't want to do that anymore.
Right. But most of my praying and singing was that it would rain. See, because if it rained, then nobody could work in the field.
Wow. Wow. I like, yes. And over 40 hits. It was mostly about love.
Yes, because I always thought that positive songs is much better. See, that's why we have so much dangerous things in the community, because music is good, but music is really destructive when it's not positive. You understand?
Wow. That's good.
That's why you have to be very careful on what type of music you play in your home for your kids. Because you can put on a record, like let's say you start early that morning, 1 or 2 o'clock, and just think about, and you say, I'm going to kill somebody tonight. Well, that music that's not positive will brainwash you, and that night you'll commit a crime.
Wow. Now let's talk about that. That's good right there. That the music that people are listening to, especially children, young children, they have their own devices. You know, many of them, they've got their own computers and they've got their own cell phones and things like that. And on a consistent basis, they're listening to this.
That's right, and it's very destructive if it's not positive.
Yeah.
Now look at it like this: Chinese born in China, still and even living in America, got a Chinese music. Now, black people, one of our problems in the community is that music is a language, and the black community is the only community in the world got more than several different kinds of music. And what makes that terrible is that if music is a language, and it is, that's too many different languages in a community without Jesus Christ. Do you understand?
Wow. Wow. That's good right there. So, Bishop, when we're talking music to ministry, what changed for you that you wanted to go completely full time in ministry?
Well, when I was singing rhythm and blues, I had a record called "It Bees That Away Sometime." And I used to see them when I sang that song, they would take people from the auditorium or the nightclub straight to the hospital. And I said to myself, now watch that. This is that home training flashing in front of me now. I said to myself, wait a minute. Music is good, music is bad, but music is very destructive and dangerous when it's not in a positive form.
Mm.
So I began to sneak and read the Bible. Now, that's that home training I'm talking about. I didn't want anyone to know I was reading the Bible. And by sneaking and reading the Bible, I was convicted. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So after being convicted, I began to keep praying, rebelling against Christ because God was talking about Joe Simon preach, and I didn't see any need in preaching. I didn't know how to preach. I didn't know what to say. So I was rebelling against Jesus Christ about that. So I rebelled 3 years. And at the end of my rebelling in 3 years, I preached my first sermon in Alexandria, Louisiana, to 4,500 people.
Wow. Wow. Were they thinking at that time you were going to sing, or did you go there to preach?
No, it's such a long story. That's why I'm trying to cut it a little bit.
That's fine. That's fine. Good. I got you.
You know, because during my rebelling, and when I closed out in New Orleans, Louisiana, which was the end of my 3rd year, uh, people came to see me, about 1,000, man, and they came in the auditorium and they were sitting there, and so the band called me on and said, da, da, ba, ba, ba. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Said, now it's start time. Are you ready for the man? Now, we was already advertising on radio and TV that Joe Simon was not going to sing rhythm and blues anymore. So the people come to see because they was nosy, and they wanted to see if I'm not going to sing rhythm and blues, what I was going to do, because I wasn't telling nobody what I was going to do. I was just telling them that I'm not
Wow.
going to sing rhythm and blues anymore.
Uh-huh.
And so when I got on the stage, man, the band hit boom, man, and walked up to the microphone and to sing my first song, and I stood there and nothing would come out. So I said, wait a minute. Now I begin to get nervous because I'm sweating, and man, water's pouring off of me like it's raining because I'm really nervous. So
Right.
what happened is I don't remember the song, the words of the first song. So I backed up and I told the band, cut it and hit the next. So they hit the choking kind. I've been
Yes.
singing the choking kind all these years. I walked up to the microphone and I couldn't remember the choking kind. So I said, wait a minute, man. I backed up and I said, hit another song. They hit the record I had called Get Down on the Floor.
Right.
Get Down on the Floor was a record I had, was #1 so long I was embarrassed because I didn't see any need of it being #1 that long, you know? So I still couldn't remember the words of either song. So I said to the people, now imagine, look like we have like 10,000 people in there. So I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, will you sit down, please? So I had everybody to sit down, and imagine 10,000 people quiet in the auditorium, man, in the dance. That's kind of scary, you know?
Yes.
So I walked up there and I said, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that I'm not going to be able to continue singing these songs. I said, if you want to, you can go to the front office and get your money back because I'm not going to be able to sing these songs.
Wow.
I'm going to church and sound like everybody in the auditorium said, hallelujah. Well, that scared me again because I'm trying to figure out why would these church people be in the auditorium while I'm singing rhythm and blues?
Right. Right. Whoa.
Oh man, it's such a long story. We just can't get through all of it. But
Exactly.
I just
Exactly.
thank you for that opportunity to say this.
Oh my God. Look at God. Look at what he did. And from that point on, you continued.
I preached my first sermon in 1988, and
Uh-huh.
most of the people thought I was not going to continue preaching. But by that time, I was learning the Bible, and I explained to them there are some call and some just go. And
Right?
those that just go, they don't last.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. My God. So at that point, you were a pastor. Were you a bishop then, or were you just a pastor at that point? Minister?
I was never a pastor. See, a pastor is a guy that
Mm-hmm.
sit there and watch you every day and preach to you Sunday morning and tell you you've done a good job or you're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I am an evangelist bishop.
Yes.
That means when I come to town, everybody stink. I tell you what you need to be. I don't tell you what you should do. I
Right.
tell you what you need and what you better do.
Wow. Wow. That's
That's
good.
my orders from God because the pastor can sit there and teach you and wait for you. That's different from me. When I come to town, I got to go on to another town because I used to do 25, 35 one-nighters in churches across the nation.
Wow. Wow. I'm telling you. You have a song out called The Lord, They Said I Wasn't Going to Be Nothing. That's the new
That
one of
is
the
a
new
true
releases.
story. That is a
Mm-hmm.
true story because ever since I was a kid and because I couldn't work in the cotton field, most people called me lazy. My grandfather died. He never knew my name. He always tell them, bring when he tell the other kids to do something, he would say, bring that lazy boy with you. He was talking about me, you
Right.
know. So they always told me I wasn't going to be nothing. So I'm showing them today in a divine way now that you're not going to tell me or convince me that I'm not going to be anything because that's a dangerous word to say to people. And so I'm showing you that I went from the cotton field to the rhythm and blues, and now I'm a bishop. That's the highest calling you can get. So you can't convince me I ain't gonna be nothing.
Wow. Let's talk to parents as well as other family members in speaking to children and how we should speak the words into children's lives because they shape them.
Well, the first thing you have to do is make sure that you raise your child and your child don't raise you. See, the
Ooh.
best thing to do is to raise a good baby, not a cute baby. Because when you raise a cute baby and not an obedient baby, see, Jesus was an obedient baby. You understand?
Yes.
An obedient young man. So when you raise a child that's not obedient, and when a child get up to about 5 or 6 years old, and you have to train him, just making them cute, then you begin to play catch up.
Right.
And when you're playing catch up in raising a child, then you always most of the time playing catch up all the way till they get grown, and
Wow.
that's a bad situation because now you get to the place you're afraid to speak to your child, and your child go to raising you, and you
Right.
got yourself a community problem because you're gonna get what you raise.
Mm. Mm. Now, Bishop, we have the same.
See, there's no one. Watch this. There's no kid on this earth or no one breaking in somebody else's house who does not know they don't live there.
Mm, mm, yes.
There's no kid or no person, including Chicago, where they're killing and raping people that's not your people. You know them not your people. You know that's not your father, your that you harming. So you already know that. So that means you just a disobedient person. Do you understand?
Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. What
And it's
changes?
just that simple. It's not that complicated. All you have to do is to understand right from wrong and do it.
Absolutely. What changes do we need to make in the U.S. as well as the world for children?
Well, the first thing we need to do in the United States, since you're putting me into this, that's perfect, all right. I'm a preacher and I have to talk about things that's not right on earth concerning people. See, the first thing the United States got to do is learn what they should be doing. See, now here's the problem that most black people and most middle class people having a problem. And I get back to the other problem thing you discussed. You see, why we having problems? We don't understand America. America is not in love. America is a business. And we still waiting on the government to love us. It ain't gonna never happen. That's why you have to go to school and get yourself together because love don't have anything to do with this. The United States is a business. And when you think they're going to love, you're losing time, man. That's why I was talking about they better get out and vote because
Right.
everything going to happen for you got to be in a legislation form. Do you understand? That talking and all that ain't going to do anything.
Right.
It's the legislation form. And if you don't, let's put it like this. If you don't go to work, you shouldn't be looking for no check.
That's good.
I'm just tied up in it so much. I can't explain. When I'm preaching and teaching, I teach all these things, but I just can't say tied in so because we in a slot here. You know how it is on
Right.
television. We sort of limit how long we can speak and things. You see?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's good right there. That's enough right there just to tell us about what is happening here and just the ministry in itself that we have to now during COVID, now that COVID is here, which is a pandemonium.
Well, we believe that is a man-made disease. That's what we believe. Now, that's why people got to get up. See, when I was a kid, show you how things have changed. When I was a kid, I could run and play until I was 12 or 13 years old. Today, a kid come out the womb, they got a problem.
Wow.
They don't have time to play. Playing looks nice, but it ain't what's happening, man, today. You got to come out there looking out for your interests, man, and your people got to train you. That's why I say if you train a child, okay, these people robbing and killing up the community, they not trained. Do you understand? They not trained in a positive way now. They
Right.
train on how to sell drugs.
Mm-hmm.
See? And then you'll understand that people need to understand that everything you do in life is in writing. It's just a matter of who writing you believe in.
Right.
I happen to believe in the Bible. Somebody else believe in something else. I believe in Jesus Christ, me.
Right. And that's good right there. That's good.
That's good for me.
That's good. That's good. The good part about it is that you're showing people from the music side because that is a business also. Music is business.
Yeah, because music is a language.
Yes.
That's why it's so dangerous, man. Imagine sitting in the room here just playing music. Then you be talking to the music talking to you, and man, you can be a happy person or a sad person.
Right.
And if you put drugs and alcohol with it, then you really got a problem.
Well, you talked about love all the time, and that was good. You spoke about love.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I talked about. Yes, because
Absolutely.
I was raised in a lovely family. See.
Yeah. I like that. But you have other on the same CD with this one, Lord, they said I wasn't gonna be nothing. What others are on there? What other songs do you have?
Oh, we have songs like "There's a God."
How did
You
that
know,
one
a
come
lot of people
about?
think, yeah, there's a God somewhere. Then we have another song that talks about my life. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Since
Yes.
I laid my burden down. I mean, I don't have the same problems that I used to have. And one of my greatest problems was lying. I was a great liar, man, when I was singing rhythm and blues. I was lying so great I believed it. See, because that a lot of people don't understand. In order to get a hit record, you don't need a great record. You just need a pretty good record, some money, and a bunch of lies, and you can get a hit every day.
and a, and a bunch of lies.
A bunch of lies, man.
That is something. That is something. But like I said, a lot of people don't understand. You've been on for a long time with the 40 hits and just the business side of it. They're missing out on the business side. They're losing a lot of money on the business side because they realize,
Yeah. Well, see, that's why they don't understand. I sing rhythm and blues more than 25 years, but I hated rhythm and blues. But I learned about the benefits, and it was good. That's what stayed there. Because I didn't like the lifestyle of rhythm and blues and that night style. You understand? Because
absolutely.
when I was out on the road, most people was on drugs. Everybody was on drugs except Joe Simon and Otis Reddy.
Yeah. I like that too. I like that. What would you like to leave with the viewers?
I would like for the viewers to keep following Joe Simon so they, because I have a lot to say and I have a lot for them, and I wanted them to still be a part of it. Just like they packed that nightclub, I want them to pack that church.
Absolutely, absolutely. Where do they find your music, and where can they find what places you will be at? What locations for preaching?
Well, they have to keep watching me on Facebook, YouTube, and they can go to my Joe Simon Ministries at what is it? www.joesimonministries.org.
Right. That's good.
Yes,
That's good.
yes.
Anything coming up? Any upcoming events? You have a voter
Well,
registration?
we have that our voter registration drive. We have a helpline because people need help. And that
Yes.
helpline is 877-805-8447. So they can go and get some help so they can go out and vote. Because that vote, now watch this, why this is so important. See, most people know that Joe Simon was a singer and now they know me as a bishop.
Mm-hmm.
But if things was not wrong, I mean, in other words, if things was right, I wouldn't be working on this voter registration. This voter registration is a very important thing in your life. There are two things in your life that you really need to pay attention to. And those two things is Jesus Christ and voting.
I love it. That's true. That's true. I like
Yeah,
that.
because voting controls your life.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if you're going to act right and be right, you got to come to Jesus Christ. Because
Mm.
something wrong with your brains if you're not following Jesus Christ and if you're not voting. Something is wrong with your brains.
Mm.
But a
Mm-hmm.
lot of us have to be taught because everything that we do and gonna do is about teaching.
Absolutely.
Teaching is the foundation of it, man.
That sounds good. That's Bishop Joe Simon, family. I'm telling you, outstanding, my friend. I appreciate you so much on today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. and the topic was music to ministry. I appreciate you. Shout out to Cynthia Allen, who put us all together. C. Allen Productions. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you. She done a good job. I call and thank, and I want to thank you and your organization. Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless you too. In a few minutes, we will be back with Brenda Basey Simmons on domestic violence for children.
Be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Ron Carter Cadillac, Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, delivers test drives to your home or office, like the new 2020 XT4 Luxury Collection, only $299 a month. The new 2020 XT5 Premium Luxury Collection, $399 a month. Or the first ever 2020 XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, just $499 a month. All for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase and choose 0% APR for 60 months plus $2,000 bonus cash with no payments until March 2021. Visit RonCarterCadillac.com.
I'm a Texas voter.
And I plan to vote
by mail-in ballot.
I'm a Texas voter.
And I plan to vote safely in person.
I'm a Texas voter.
And I plan to vote early.
I am a Texas voter.
And I plan to vote safely in person. In this coming election, voters aged 50 plus
will make all the difference.
Will make the difference.
Will make the difference. Will make the difference.
Will make the difference in elections across the state.
So make a plan now.
So you can vote however you choose.
It doesn't matter
where you vote,
how you vote, or who you vote for.
What matters.
What matters.
What matters.
What matters is that you have a plan to vote.
For more information,
head to
aarp.org/tx.
Vote.
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 đi bầu cử.
और वोट करना मत भूलिएगा.
Vote.
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 唔該，去投票。
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Did you know that the Republican Party of Texas was formed by free slaves? Did you know that 150 black men ran the Republican Party? Did you know that Cooney Holmes is named after the first Republican chairman of Texas Republican Party? They don't teach that in schools. Why not? We have a rich history with the Republican Party. I'm Wendell Champion. Visit me at champion2020.com. I'm Wendell Champion, and I approve this message.
Hello again, Stafford. We are extremely proud of the diverse community we have in Stafford.
We need you to get out and vote for Cecil Willis.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Hi, we are back. We just left with Bishop Joe Simon, and we are with Miss Brenda. We're talking about, she's the CEO and founder of Sugar Babies, 24-hour safe place center, child domestic violence. Let's talk about it, lady.
How are you?
Hi, how are you? Let's talk about this
I'm
child
great.
domestic abuse. Wow.
Yes, sir.
And we're talking, and this is the month for domestic violence month at this point in October. Wow.
Yes. We have so many children that are dying because of choices that their parents made. So what we do is we go to the families and we try to give them as many resources as possible to make their homes a better place for them to live. If we find that there is a problem in the home, what we'll do is try to work with the families and try to give them as much like bill pay, food, clothing, school supplies. For Christmas, we will adopt children and help them. Being that COVID hit, it's been really, really hard to reach out to anyone. So we started the hotline to get help so people can call me for help.
Right.
And I have a pantry at my home so people can contact me and I'll bring food, set it on the outside of their door, or help the kids, you know.
Oh my God. How did you get started, Brenda? Why this? What happened?
Well, I think it was my calling because I started out early when I was 20 years old and I went to the Salvation Army and worked for the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
I left there because I didn't have any control. I left there and went to CPS and worked with CPS for years.
Wow.
After CPS, I worked with HISD, juvenile probation, and that's when I found that there were more children pregnant and parenting and being the parent of their own home, of their mother and father being on drugs. So they had to raise their mother and father and their own child at 15.
Wow.
So I decided to help. The kids who were pregnant and parenting. I took some more classes, and that became my passion instead of a job.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it's been for me. I have my own children, and I've raised them to know, the ins and outs. But we also teach the children how to get away from danger. A lot of kids are being homeschooled, so they're not able to tell anyone that they're in trouble.
Right.
So by me being able to go to the homes and give food and commodities and tickets and things like that, that helps me see if they need help.
Right.
Because I always ask the family, are they in danger? I'm never worried about my safety because I have a bond with a lot of people that I go to. And I can tell if there's something different.
Wow. Wow. That's something. And then this is more child domestic abuse. Is that what it's called when you're seeing it?
It's Sugar Baby 24-hour safe place services for children of domestic violence and murdered parents.
Wow. And let's explain that to some people of what that really looks like as far as a child is concerned.
Okay, say for instance, we have a mother who's being abused by someone.
Yes.
And the child tries to stop him.
Right.
Naturally, he abuses or throws or beats the child to hurt the mother.
Right.
And that's the scenario that I deal with all the time. So if the mother is not telling what's going on, the child will.
Yes.
I have listened so many stories of a mom telling me or a father telling me that they are in trouble, but once we get them away from the danger, maybe a month later, 2 months later, they're going right back.
Right.
So I decided to take it from the mouths of babes.
Right.
Children will tell you the truth.
Yes.
So that's why I decided to work with children because the children are our future.
Yes.
And if I can start with the smallest one and make a difference or get them to safety and their mother, because if we can offer the mother a living environment, bills paid, food, a job, training, and everything that would make her a functioning citizen and not being abused just to take care of a child, I think that's a pretty good deal. And a lot of people will go for it.
Absolutely. So you start with I love the concept. You start with the children. You speak to the children.
Yes. Yes. Because they're always children. If it's something free, they're going to come.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. And the parents will let them come.
Right. Right.
So that's how I'm able to get to the hearts of the families.
Through the children.
Through the children.
And by you being able to open the door with things as far as food and help, that helps the whole family.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Wow.
We have a program going. We have a program going right now where we've partnered with a local furniture store, and he's providing classes for parents and young parents, and their children from the grades 9 to 12 to get their GED or high school diploma. And once they get the high school diploma and their GED, they can go to work, go to class, and learn how to become electrician or a technician electrician and get a job. And on Sundays, they'll work and pay tuition for free. All of this is for free. They'll get tuition paid and be able to have a job and get a trade. So if you have a person what's holding them back is reading, then we work on their reading.
Right.
So anything that needs help with in the family dynamics, we're working on it.
Wow. Wow. So from the ages of 9th through the 12th grade, they can get their GED. And then they can immediately start going into a trade, the training of trade.
Yes.
Wow. And all that's free.
Yeah, all of it's free.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good right there. Just to be able to help. Yes. And now with COVID, let's talk about the aspects of COVID and how it's affecting what you do.
Well, a lot of people have been fussing at me because I haven't stopped. I'm still going around giving out food. I'm giving out school supplies, toiletries, hygiene products to anyone that'll take them, any juvenile or any child that'll take them. I feel that there was an incident that happened that made me know that the hygiene or something that the juvenile, the older kids really need, and the younger, but the older ones were really suffering because they weren't able to get it. So with the help of my partners, Cynthia Allen and Rochelle Santee, we got together and I have a ton of hygiene products that we're going to be distributing. I'm just waiting on my date to distribute them. But if there's anyone that needs hygiene products or school supplies, they can call me at 832-656-8661, and I'll be happy to meet them somewhere and give them some school supplies.
Wow.
And hygiene products.
Right. A lot of people have been family been upset because of COVID, and they want you to be protected.
Yes. Yes. I'm taking pictures. I'm doing it all.
Right. Yes. Wow, that's good though. But it's so needed. It's so needed.
Yes.
And unfortunately, the government is not in help. Is that true?
Well, the government is picking and choosing who to help.
Yeah.
When they have like a lottery number for people to get their bills paid, I have more people that are going into shelters and families are being split up. And it's just, it's hard.
Right.
Our goal, the Sugar Baby 24-hour goal, is to keep families together and not tear them apart. But with the jobs being lost, businesses closing, some people worked at bars, It's a lot going on. People that really didn't have an education, kind of made it through the system.
Right.
But now that things are not as it should be,
right.
It's the new normal. It's really hard on the children and the parents.
Right.
So that's why we have a lot of children turning up dead.
Wow.
And that's what I'm trying to stop by knocking on doors.
Wow.
If they tell me get away, I'll go. But I'm, but I'll come back. Yes.
Now let's say
I got to see the kid. I have to make sure the child is okay.
Right. Let's say for family members that may know but don't say, because we as a people many times we don't want to speak of anything that's happening in the house or with family members. We may know what, as a family member that's outside of the home and may suspect something, what should they do to try to help?
What they should do is call the 211 number, and that 211 number can help them. Or they can call me. I have partnered with Yellow Cab, where they'll pick you up for free if you're in and take you to a safe place.
Wow. So
Yeah.
211.
211, yes.
And they'll
or 911.
Yeah. Or 911, right? I got you. I
Yes.
understand. I understand.
Yes.
And many times as a family member outside of the home, they're frightened and saying something because they possibly had said something before and nothing, you know, and the either the man or the woman went back, because we want to make it clear that domestic violence harms not only women but men too.
Right?
Yes.
Well, this is what I feel. I feel that if you see something, say something. If you're being hurt, stop it. Get away from it, because you want to live to see another day.
Yeah.
And if there's a child involved, you want to be able to raise your own child, because someone else raising your child is not going to give them the love that they need.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Being a victim of domestic violence myself, I mean, you know, you have to work on yourself. You have to work on making sure you choose the right mate, knowing that desperation for a man is not the thing that you need in order when you're picking someone. You have to make sure that you're picking right for your whole family, and you have to make sure that you're picking someone that's going to be good for you and your child, not just for yourself. So that's the thing with what's going on. And it's not safe to leave your child with your boyfriend until you know him and you know that he's not going to hurt your child, or she's not going to hurt your child.
Right.
Follow your second mind, not your first mind, your second mind. Use everything you have to use to keep your family safe, because children are turning up in bios, ditches, closets, and we want to stop that. We want to deprogram the family and make sure that they know that we're here to help. And there's other organizations out there that can help. And if we can just get to, if we can just get to a happy middle, then I believe that we can change some things in the family where we won't have to separate them.
Right.
Maybe we should get Joe Simon involved and have him speak to the family.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yes. In talking about that, I'm glad you mentioned about domestic violence. You got out, okay? You got out. Speak to some of the ladies that are there that may be looking, as well as family, about the plan of getting out. Because many talk about finance. They speak about, that they can't leave because of just where would they go? Because if you're trying to get to a shelter, if you have a boy and you're a lady, you can't take them there. You have dogs or pets. You can't take your pets with you or something like that. But the planning of getting out.
The best thing to do, if you have a situation whereas you're in a violent situation with someone, the way to get out, and first of all, let someone know what's going on. Never keep it to yourself, because it's not safe.
Yeah.
If you're in the middle of fighting someone or protecting yourself, break windows. Let other people know there's something going on. And I ask men to put down your fist and put your arms around your women and hug them instead of beating them. Women, you do the same. The rise has happened to where there's more men being abused than women.
Yes.
And it's sad, because we shouldn't do this, because it was done to us. Two wrongs don't make a right.
Right.
So that's why we have to make sure that things that are going on in the home, we have to be vigilant. And if you're in a situation, you can get a new dog, you can get a new home, a bigger and beautiful home. Things will work out if you leave.
Yes.
You will find your soulmate. You may have thought he was your soulmate, but if he's hitting on you, he's your hellmate.
Yeah.
There's no love in a punch.
Yeah. And even
and fight back.
Right. We also talked about the fact with it's a lot of dating where it's violence. Not
Yes.
just the marriage, but dating. And young girls
Yes.
dating, young girls and young boys that are teenagers, and they are in domestic violence situations.
Yes. You have to tell someone. That is the most important thing.
Yeah.
When to tell someone they can help you get away.
Mm-hmm.
We have a place, and I wasn't going to talk about it. We have, excuse me, we have a place where you can change your name, your identity. If you are in so much danger to the point where you are being held hostage, or you are being beaten or threatened, your life is in danger. There is place there. I'm so sorry. I'm getting emotional. There are places that you can go to get help.
Yes.
Such as name change,
Yes.
police protection,
Yes.
and an order for that person to stay out of the state.
Mm.
I mean, there's a variety of things to be done through the district attorney's office
Yes.
if you have to go that far.
Absolutely. And that's what's so,
If
I'm
you
glad. Go ahead.
If you file charges, the district attorney will take you all the way.
Wow. That's good. That's good to know. That's good.
Yeah.
And that's why voting is so serious. We've got to vote in the right people that will be, especially locally, for judges. The judges that hear, especially family judges, that hear the cases and really see what's really going on.
Right. I agree. It is so important to get the right people in position so we can know that we're safe.
Yes.
From police chiefs to police officers to just everyone. Because if they hold a platform, we have to be able to trust them that they're going to take care of the city that we live in.
Yes.
Or the country that we live in.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's really
Our
good.
children are in need of help and they need some guidance. And I'm asking that we have positive role models to pull some kids aside and talk to them, even if you don't know them. They're so afraid of the children today because of the gun violence. But it's because of what's going on at home. So I'm asking all juvenile, all men and women to put down your guns. And if you're a juvenile, pick up a book. If you're a man or a woman, pick up a Bible. It's just so much that needs to be done to make a family whole. These kids are falling by the wayside, and I think that it is up to us to teach them the right way if we want a positive future.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. You have been, champion for a long time to fight what you see on a daily basis. And especially now that COVID has happened, we're in the same spaces all day long on a consistent basis, even children doing homeschooling. So they're there that 8 hours that they may have been gone to school, they're still at home, many of them.
Right. And I'm very forceful. I knock on your door.
Yeah.
I'm always giving. If I'm giving out something and I knock on your door and I tell you it's me, they know I'm not stepping in. I'm just knocking on the door and asking you to step out. Are you okay today? You doing fine? And I give you what I have for you and I move on to the next person.
Wow.
But if I can put my eyes on you, then I'm happy. I have a list of people.
Wow.
Of families.
That's where you've been able to save people because you can tell.
Yes. I've been trained to do this. I've been doing this over 30 years.
Right. Right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What other
There's been times when I've taken off my own shoes and given it to a juvenile that didn't have any, walking the street. I mean, it's just something that it's my passion. Right. And it's times that I've been sick and I've still went out and did the work of the Lord, I feel. Because, I mean, I don't see how I mustered up the energy to do the things that I've done, but it's God.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm going to keep doing it until I can't.
Yeah. And the thing about it,
if I can save one family, if I can save one family, I think that I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, you're doing excellent. Because even though this is Domestic Violence Month, Every 24 seconds, someone is being, and that's seconds, not minutes, but seconds.
Right.
Someone is being abused.
Right.
Every 24 seconds,
Yes.
someone is being abused. Even now while we speak, someone is being abused.
And it touches my heart to know that, because the African American culture has lost our foundation as far as fighting, being strong, and helping each other, because it takes a village to raise a child. And it takes the village to come together and be as one. Everything that you see on television is not right. It's television. Families who are in violent situations, we really want you to call us. We're not trying to take you away from your family. We want to help you make your family better. Whatever's causing you a problem, we have resources that can help you. If it's counseling that you need, we have counseling. We have counselors on board to help you. If your child needs daycare, we have resources to daycares. There's no reason that you should be in a situation whereas you need help, because we're here. We're helping, and we partner with several other organizations to help. So wherever you're at, Black, white, Hispanic, Latino, whoever you are, Japanese, it doesn't matter. We are here to help you.
Yes. Let's give that number.
832-656-8661. And I have a website, www.sugarbaby24hoursafe.net.
And this is 24-hour service. All day long,
yes, sir.
Someone can call you.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yes. There's been times I've gotten out of my bed at 3 o'clock. And thanks to my husband, Henry Simmons, because he's my driver at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just really happy. I have support. I have a team.
Yes. And that's good to know that you got out of an abusive relationship and then married your partner. Now. Yeah.
I have faith.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because many times people say, no one wants you. Nobody's going to take you.
No.
You got 3 children. You got 2 children. And, you know the negative part.
I've heard that a lot.
Yes.
I've heard that from several women. Yes.
Yes.
And we have people who donate clothes. We have people who donate whatever you need. We have it. I have a pantry at my home. I have a whole closet with clothes that are waiting to be donated to anyone who needs them.
Right.
We have resources to the Legacy Clinic here on I-10 and in the 5th Ward area. If you need AIDS testing, COVID testing, any type of testing you need, you can get it there at the clinic. We offer so many services from the Star of Hope, Ms. Rochelle Santee. There's so much going on that we offer, and we would like for you to contact us, because there's no reason you should be alone.
Right.
No one should be alone.
Right. I think that's what happens. So many people feel they have to stay because of the circumstance. They don't know where to go, and when they leave, they would leave with nothing. Right.
Well, we offer everything that you have in your home. I have someone who has the furniture bank on lockdown. Put you in a home with the furniture in it.
Absolutely. And that's so good that you're doing that. What would you like to leave with our viewers? And you just talk to them, because there's someone that's looking on today and will look at this over a period of time in their own time period. Family members as well as the victim that will be a survivor like yourself.
It's not too late to receive help. We are here to help you. We know that it's hard to get away from your abuser, but if you get away, we can promise you a new day and safety if you just comply. If you have children, we won't separate your sons from you. We won't separate your daughters from you. We won't even take you out the home. We'll help you in your home. Domestic violence is not love. It's not something that you would like to raise your children in. We're losing too many of our mothers, fathers, and our children. Let's provide a safe place for our families to grow up and be a positive role model. Our new family members can be positive and loving. There's nothing wrong with it. Get away from the domestic violence. Call me at 832-656-8661 anytime, and I'll be here to help. Thank you.
Man, thank you so much. I appreciate this. This has been so eye-opening, as well as just the information so informative. Thank you for your transparency. Thank you for 30 plus years of all your dedication, not just to your family, but to Houston and the surrounding areas. Just everything you've done. It has not gone unnoticed.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you. On tomorrow, we will be back 12:30 to 1:30 Central Standard Time with TC Tompkins. You do not want to miss him. Take care. Bye.
The Cam Hill Show. If you'd like to advertise your business or become a sponsor, contact the Cam Hill Show at gmail.com.